you go. That'll do it.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. This is a great turnout for this event to honor our veterans. We're here today to honor all of those who served in the military, and we're here to rededicate the Vietnam Monument. The monument was created in 2008, but most people who walk by it on a regular basis don't even know that it's there. So I talked with Jenny about it, and the Vietnam veterans decided it was time for a rededication. Also, I spoke with the city, and there will be some signs posted both in the park and outside the park to let people know that we have a Vietnam monument here at Eldridge Park. For all veterans here, please raise your hand. All right. Thank you all for serving our country, for keeping us safe, and protecting this great country. For all Vietnam veterans, please raise your hand. All right. I know we have some World War II vets here. Please raise your hand. World War II.
World War II guys.
All right. And how about Korea? We have some Korea. Yeah. Thank you. Let's not forget the Gulf War, Afghanistan, Iraq, any other veterans here from foreign wars.
Raise your hand.
To all of you that have served in foreign wars and put yourself in harm's way, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you and welcome home. I want to go over the itinerary quickly. We're going to start here with a prayer and a riderless carousel tribute. We'll have a procession down the midway and down at the monument at the west end of the park. We'll have a rededication of the monument. After the ceremony, we have coffee and water available at the cafe, and that's free. And we also have a full lunch menu available if you want to have lunch at the cafe. The cafe is also a museum if you want to see and actually sit in an old roller coaster car. You can do that. You can sit in an old whip car. We also have a bumper car down there. Ice cream is going to be available back here in the carousel building. And everything else in the park will be open. The slideshow is playing over here is from the Vietnam Wall, the old wall that was here in 2006, and also from the building of the Vietnam miners in 2008. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Roger Tenek. Here's Roger. Thanks, Roger. Roger was instrumental in bringing the Vietnam Wall here. He also helped us create this monument, and he's done other things for veterans beyond what I can know. But if you notice over the military cemetery, there's a nice row of flags on each side, and Roger, we can thank Roger for that. We have to thank Troy Marble and Granite Works and Zeiser Loper for their contributions. And I want to thank Azure Enterprises for everything that they do for veterans and for our community. The garden that you see around the monument was planted by Edna Link, Marilyn Edwards, and Mrs. Griffith. I think Marilyn's here, and I think Edna's here. Where's Edna?
Right over here. Right over here.
Okay.
Edna?
Edna?
Where is she?
Thank you, Edna. She is here several days of the week, caring for that garden down there. I see her a lot. I want to say thanks to Tom Burheit for his help with the carousel and also his help with the slideshow. And Jim Noyce, who helps out with everything around the park. And thanks to our bagpiper group and to Mike Cuomo, who will be playing the trumpet down at the monument. Also, we have a slideshow from Barry Gabriel that's going to be playing on flat screen TV for a couple hours today. So we brought this park back to life in 2006 with funds from generous donors and hardworking volunteers. And today we have about 20 paid staff and 50 volunteers that are here. And this is an amazing place. And I'm just glad we can have a place in our community where we can have events like this.
Amen.
So, many of you know my day job. I'm a physician, and I had an opportunity recently to interview a physician who's from South Vietnam. And he brought his wife and his son to Elmira to look at a job opportunity. Well, the husband and wife were both born in South Vietnam around 1970, and I think a lot of you know what was going on in Vietnam in 1970. And this woman told us a story about being 4 years old and remembering being in a concentration camp after the fall of Saigon. And the bars were far enough apart that she could actually squeeze in and out of the bars freely. That was the only cute part of the story that she told. Everything else wasn't so good. Her father was a soldier in the South Vietnamese Army, and her father-in-law also was a soldier in the South Vietnamese Army. And all these folks were put in concentration camps after the fall of Saigon. And when they got out of the concentration camps, they were not granted any rights of a citizen. They couldn't get education, jobs, housing. Betty and I were just amazed at what this woman had to say. She thanked me profusely for our country, this South Vietnamese woman. She thanked me profusely for letting her family come here and live a life of freedom. And the most important thing on her agenda was to go to our military cemetery. She wanted to go to the military cemetery to pay tribute to those men who served side by side with her father and her father-in-law and her countrymen to protect her and her family during the war. And I'm sure Demi is going to have more to say about this encounter that we had. So, what I want to say to the Vietnam veterans is that your mission was honorable and it's appreciated, even to this day, by the people of South Vietnam. At this point, I want to turn it over to Dan Eskison for a prayer.
Uncover, bow.
Let us pray. Our Father and Lord, those of us who fought in Vietnam are proud of our country. This is the same time in history in which peace and love was at the stage from the beads of February to the peace agreement village. The military was caught between these two opposites. Our sense of pride and angst we felt before going overseas was met with scorn and condemnation upon our journey. These veterans were no different from the thousands of military men and women who had previously walked through hell.
You all right?
We got some medical here.
You all right? You sure? Yeah. Okay.
I believe the military
Well, we got some right here.
Alongside the arms of many individuals there, while people asked me to look after the moving board or care for the life. They died uncomplaining. The tears staining my mother's face.
Fine, you there?
Were not herself, but the sorrow they knew.
That wasn't me.
Today we have not only the those who gave your life, but to your comrades, friends, and children. And all across the country, we will forget. And since you are here, we will do.
It's going to have to sit up here.
Together.
Well,
Not yet.
We pray for 58,195 men and women who have secured the wall in Washington, D.C. Lord, we pray for the family members of these here.
Take the coolness of it.
Lord, that they are great American heroes. Comfort these family members and provide all of their needs. We love the family members, Lord, and we can feel your love. And let them feel your love. Let them feel your presence in all that they do. Lord, we pray that we get on better and full of every day. All of the greatest for heroes in their position. And for young people and their burden life. Lord, give us comfort. Lord, help any of our Vietnam veterans who suffer from PTSD, anxiety, depression, any other problems, Lord, heal them. We walk with our Vietnam veterans wherever they may go. Let them always feel your presence. Lord, we pray that our Vietnam veterans receive all the honor, respect, and love that they deserve. Remind these Vietnam veterans that they are heroes. Lord, we pray that everyone who is pain who lives in Vietnam Memorial is healed. May you continue to bless our fallen heroes, their family members, and our veterans. We hope they will pray.
Your heart rate's a little on the slow side.
Thank you, Dan.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Denny Holmes, and I'm proud Vietnam veteran. I'm here basically to talk about Old Glory, our rivalrous tribute here that we have compliments of the Eldridge Park Recreation Committee of the Carousel. And that's done on Veterans Day and Memorial Day. And nobody is supposed to ride that horse on that particular day. So staff will make note of that. Anyways, the group that put this all together is headed by Dr. Brian Casetta, and I can't say enough about this man. He has done so much for all of our veterans, whether the Vietnam vets or World War II, Korea, Afghanistan, or just plain veterans who put that uniform on and served our great country. I am truly proud of each and every one of you. So thank you all. Give yourself a round of applause.
Okay.
I called him Captain America, but they put a plaque on him called Old Glory. But during when we had the wall here in 2006, the traveling wall, they asked us if we would help commemorate the opening of the carousel.
Hey, Jim.
And our Vietnam veterans group came, we did a firing, we did taps here, and I brought my saber. Those boots belong to Terry McLaughlin, who was the county legislator, member of the 82nd Airborne, and the pistol belt was stuff that I had acquired because I was in the cavalry, and a proud member of the 1st Cavalry Division. So, what we did was we made a tribute to all those who have died, not just in Vietnam, all those who have died in combat, serving this great nation. And those in covert operations who never get any recognition, okay? Those guys from Korea, my heart bleeds for them every day. Every day. Because they got treated just as bad as we did, if not worse. And they took it. We didn't. We stood up for this country and we said, you know what? We paid our dues. It's time you paid yours. Thank God. So, the boots and the saber and the American flag are going to fly today on Old Glory here in tribute to all of those who have died since the inception of this country. This is the greatest nation on earth. We will never let it go down the tubes. People are going to stand and rise because this nation is never going to flounder, ever. So, each and every one of you that are veterans out here today, whether you're World War I, World War II, well, there's no more one guys coming. My grandfather was a World War I veteran. God bless him. Him and his brother were both gassed in 2 big gas attacks in France. Came home. This country never did nothing for those guys. In fact, they killed a lot of them down in Washington, D.C. when they protested because they didn't get their bonus. This country turned our military on those great veterans because of that. A lot of you don't know that, but I'm telling you, that's what happened, okay? And it's a sad day in the history of this country. All right, so when we start this horse going, we're going to let it run 10 times. As soon as that's over with, the honor guard, the Chemung County Military Honor Guard, which is out behind you, okay, and the bagpipers are going to form up and they're going to march to the monument. Everybody can fall in behind them, and then we will have the dedication and the rest of the ceremony at the monument, okay? All right, where's Tommy?